Hi, T. Carlson here. As I'm sure you noticed, this isn't the place I normally shoot videos from. I'm actually staying over at my parents' house, so I thought I'd try something a little different today. We're actually going to show off not my record collection, but my parents' record collection. I've been flipping through here and I'm really eager to see what pops up. I'm going to split this into 3 videos because the collection's pretty big, but let's go ahead and get started. Firstly, we have McCartney. This is Paul McCartney's first post-Beatles solo album. I have listened to this one in the past, and honestly, it's not his best work, but it is the album that originally gave us the song Maybe I'm Amazed, so it's got that going for it. Next, we have one of the stranger finds that I found over here, and that's Pink Floyd, Metal. This is one of the more obscure early Pink Floyd albums, and I'm a little puzzled that my parents own this because A, they're not the biggest Pink Floyd fans, and B, usually when a family owns some random Pink Floyd album, it's Dark Side of the Moon. Santana Festival. I know a lot of Carlos Santana music. I'm not familiar with this particular album, though. Next, from Traffic, we have John Barleycorn Must Die. That's one thing I really like about a lot of these old vinyl releases. They have these nice big gatefold artworks. Next, we have another Beatle, John Lennon, with his Imagine album. This one, of course, will forever be known for its classic title track. And now we started getting into some comedy albums. We have George Carlin, Occupation. Well, Carlin, of course, being a celebrated comedian, although younger audiences probably know him best for playing the character of Rufus in the Bill and Ted movies. Chuck Berry, Golden Decade. I love the music of Chuck Berry, so any chance I get to listen to a Chuck Berry compilation is always good. You can just look at how big that track list is there. We then got Flash Cadillac and the Continental Kids, Sons of the Beaches. This group's probably best known for their appearance in the 1973 film American Graffiti. Here's another nice one, Grand Funk Railroad, E Pluribus Funk. And they even have the record sleeve shaped like a coin, and it's all glossy and shiny and everything. Unfortunately, that does make it a little hard to see on the YouTube video here, but I do like when you have the unique sleeve designs like this. Yeah. Dion sings his greatest hits. Of course, songs like Teenager in Love and countless others. A little before my time, but some great pop tunes there. We then have Neil Young, Harvest. I've actually done a review for the deluxe CD edition of this album. And this one feels a little light, so there might not actually be a record in this sleeve, but nice gatefold design there. One of Neil Young's most celebrated albums. We then have Michael Murphy, Blue Sky, Night Thunder. And this has the song Wildfire on it. That was like his big hit. I don't really know anything about him outside of that song, but I might have to give this a more thorough listen later. Moody Blues, On the Threshold of a Dream. Moody Blues produced some of the all-time greatest symphonic rock out there. Nice pictures of the band inside the gatefold there. We got another Michael Murphy record here, Swans Against the Sun. Like I said, I'm not really familiar with Michael Murphy, but I am seeing some familiar names on the back of this sleeve. Charlie Daniels plays on this. John Denver plays on this. James Guercio, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right, but he produced a lot of the old Chicago albums. Willie Nelson does some vocal work on this. I'm definitely going to have to do my research on Michael Murphy, because those are some big names. We have the Marshall Tucker Band, Together Forever. And these guys are best known for the song Can't You See, but that was actually on an earlier album. I believe it was actually on their first record. I'm not sure how many of these guys are still alive or still active. I know Toy Caldwell died, who was like the main member of the band. Another group I need to do some research on. Another George Carlin album. This one's called Class Clown. J.D. Souther, Hillman, Fure Band. I really like that inner gatefold art there. I know about a lot of these guys' solo careers and respective other bands they've been with, but I have never listened to the actual band of them together. Something else I'm going to have to do when this video's over. And there's just a random record sitting in this stack. This is the Beatles' Abbey Road, one of my all-time favorite albums. I think my parents might actually have more than one copy of this. Yeah. Art Garfunkel, Fate for Breakfast. When it comes to Simon and Garfunkel, it's usually Paul Simon's solo stuff that gets emphasized and more popular, but Art Garfunkel did some good solo material as well that shouldn't be overlooked. We then have Seals and Crofts, Taking It Easy. Again, I absolutely love these big vinyl gatefold artworks. Looking very nice. Graham Nash and David Crosby doing an album together. And it's not a Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young album either. You got this little framed portrait there, and you open up the gatefold and you got like the full picture there. And this folds out like so. Another album that's just Crosby and Nash. I didn't realize they made albums that were just Crosby and Nash, let alone more than one. Andrew Gold, what's wrong with this picture? I have no idea who this guy is. So, again, another instance where I'm going to have to probably do some research. I wonder if this guy had, like, some big pop hit that I would know. America, their first album, which featured the song A Horse with No Name. Interesting trivia, the later American albums were actually produced by George Martin, the Beatles producer. So when they put out their first greatest hits compilation, George Martin actually remixed a lot of the tracks. And we just got one more in the stack, and that's Peter Frampton, Frampton Comes Alive. I think there was a period in time where literally every single household in the United States had this album. Apparently my parents' household was no different. There's the track list. This is a double vinyl. Here's the inside of the gatefold. And then the two front covers make this nice big panoramic artwork of Frampton with his guitar. And that looks absolutely gorgeous. And that does it for part one of my parents' record collection. What was your favorite find that we found in here? Any that you think I really need to focus more on and learn more about? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos. And make sure to give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.